Hi, this is Dawn Olszewski with DOstampingWithDawn.com, and I'm here with another How'd She Do That episode. Today I'm going to show you some ideas that you can do with the One Great Year. It's a paper pumpkin kit, and it came out last month, December 2015. Now, this is a subscription program, so from month to month you can get a kit in the mail, and it's a crafting kit that comes with all the things that you need to make the ideas that Stampin' Up! Has put together in their pumpkin kit. Now this particular one is a calendar kit. Now when you make the calendar pages, they sit on this cute little frame. Oops, let's see, mine is kind of getting stuck there. There we go. It's perfect. But they just sit on here like that. And I do have a finished example to show you in just a minute. But you also get a stamp set. Now this stamp set is the months of the year, and it has the year and a few other little small kind of decorative images. And then we get some twine and dimensionals and glue dot. Oh, and on the back side of this is some metallic thread. Love that. There's always an ink spot in there, and this one is soft suede. And here is the variety of the pages for the calendar that you're going to use for your calendar bases. Lots of cute pages in there. And then the calendar for all the months of the year. Now these are just die cutted, and you just punch them right out. They come out really nice. You'll also get some banners, of which you'll have some extra ones. So that I'm going to show you some ways that you can use them. And then you also get more die cuts that are these cute little flower pieces that you can put on your calendar. And again, you'll have a few pieces left with that. Now, these are some gold banners. You're going to end up with one left of these and two left of those. And then I will, again, show you some ways to use that. And then this backer board. Now, normally I would say you can just toss that, but you're going to want that, hold on to it, for one of the projects that I'm going to show you. Now, if you're new to Paper Pumpkin or have yet to subscribe, it comes with an instruction sheet. Now, these are just basic instructions because these particular projects for Paper Pumpkin are always quick and easy. So it's just a little easy step-by-step. Here's how you do it. And all the pieces that are in your kit is included on the back as well. So let me show you some fun ideas that you can do with it. So first things first, a great way to give this as a gift to somebody is using one of our storage cases. This is the wood mount size storage case, and all I've done is I have wrapped this with some of our gold satin ribbon, and I attached one of the extra banners that I've stamped for you. Now, where does that for you come from? It comes from a previous Paper Pumpkin kit. It has these images in it. I know it's hard to read because now it's going to be backwards, but it's called Wish Big, and it has happy birthday on a star, make a wish is one of the kind of die cuts that come with it, big, thanks, and you were here, like wish you were here. So this is a great set. It's from well over a year ago, but it's a really popular set, and it's still available in the Stampin' Up! Store. Now, both the kit, I think the kit and the refill is still available. If you're a subscriber, you can purchase those. So for now, what I've done is I have attached this with a little dimensional, because I did kind of want it to stay there, but it can just slide right off. And look how perfect it fits in here. I was so excited. So the cards fit beautifully. So there's all 12 of them, even with all that dimension. They fit there, and the stand. Now, you'll want to take what I call the bottom of the stand and put it face down like that, so it kind of sits in there. But there, voila, you're all set to go. What a nice little gift. Oops, I forgot to show you the calendar pages when they're finished. This is what they look like, the standard pages that the kit makes. And actually, you'll notice I didn't use the twine or the thread on it because I kind of liked it without it. And here's the second half. So additionally, now remember I said you would have one of these banners left. So again, just a cute idea with using one of your other extra, like label banners, we'll call them, or word banner. Again, I went and used the thanks from the Big Wish. And when I mounted it on my clear block, I did curve it a little bit. And that's the beauty of the photopolymer, the see-through clear, is that I can manipulate that and curve it a little bit, and it stamped beautifully. Now really the only thing additional that I used, there was 2 additional items that are not included in the kit, and that's this little lace. And that comes from the doily. I should have probably got out a whole pack of them, but they're roughly about this big, and you get lots in a pack. I want to say 24, and I just cut a little piece off of one. So they could go a long ways if you're just using little pieces like that. I've added the ribbon with my little stapler trick, in which you just staple the ribbon on and then tie it in a bow, and then some of the extra flowers. Now you're probably thinking this size card looks a little small, and that's because it is. It's our note cards and envelopes. One of my favorite things to use with some of my leftover paper pumpkin stuff. And this measures I want to say it's 3 inches by 5 inches. So it is a little bit small of a card, but it's really nice for writing notes in. So here's another idea that you can use on a note card. And it's kind of white on white, so it's a little hard to kind of get captured on the camera, but it is my favorite, so I'm coming in close for you. So same concept, that we've got the little doily piece here, but this little strip here, you'll notice that's thinner than the previous banner that I used. Now when you pull away all of your banners, you're going to be left with kind of these edges. I've already used some of mine. But if you take one of them and you cut off, this was roughly 3 inches, and I just snipped it off, and then I snipped little banner flag ends in them and attached it, and you were good to go. And then added this little this metallic thread. Now what I did is I took 3 fingers and I wrapped it around 4 times, pull it off, and then on the back side of this I have a dimensional, and I just attached it, kind of mush it around. And it's messy on the back, it's okay, no one's gonna see it, and then I attached it with dimensionals. And then lastly, you can see a little bit of stamping was added. That was with Soft Sky. The For You was stamped with Lost Lagoon, and I added these cute little sequins. Alright, for one of my last projects, I'm going to show you what came to me was a project that I did like when I first started stamping, and I made tons of these, and they are using the acrylic frames. These are 6 by 4, and they're in the horizontal way. So if you were to put this up, it would put up like that instead of like this. And then we're actually going to use it like this to make a desk calendar. Now back in the day, what we used to do is take out this, and then we'd put designer series paper in it. And so voila, these are 4 by 6. They fit inside in here perfectly, no trimming. Isn't that great? And then we used to put like some sort of decorative thing here, and a pack of Post-it notes. So I thought, what a great idea to use with this calendar. So here's the next step. Now you'll see I'll have the different pages in here, but just pretend I'm using the same one. I tied on some ribbon, and that came from the kit. And then next I stamped 2016, and then I added some of the flowers with dimensionals, and then the whole thing, the whole banner here is added with dimensionals. And this is still loose. I can position this anywhere I want, but I decided I liked it kind of hooked right in there in the corner of that banner. Okay, so now we're kind of ready to put the calendar piece on. So let me grab that and show you what I did here. So here you would stamp the January, February, March, so on and so forth, just like you would if you were making the standard project with the pieces. Now, I haven't stamped mine all yet, that's okay, but I'm going to stack them all up, and I'm going to clip them together. Okay, so now where did I get this gold clip? The gold clip, so we're taking a little side trip, a little squirrel action here. And it came from a paper pumpkin called Filled with Love. Now, this kit is still available, the refill kit, and it is awesome for the Valentine's that is coming up. So I had lots of leftover clips from it, but I also want to show you a project that I made last year. I love this kit, this particular project. It was so cute. You don't need the stamps for it. You only need the leftover items from here, as well as the little letter thinlits. They fit perfectly on here. And this is a little banner that I can hang in my craft room, or like on a mirror in my entryway. It was so much fun, and my customers loved it as well. So okay, I realize I took us off a different little side road there, but we're coming back. So back to the clip. So like I said, I clipped it on, and let's talk about that backer board that I told you to save from the very beginning. So that's here. So what I did is I trimmed out a piece. And now this piece measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I want to put this on the back of here, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. But also, when I started to do that, I found that if I didn't like take my scissors and trim the corners off at an angle, then they would stick out the edge here. So let's talk about why I'm doing that. I found that when I tried to attach this, the clip has a rounded edge that just needed a little more kind of depth to it in terms of how I was going to attach it. So I already have some dimensionals on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not actually adhering that to this. This is just it's a clip-on. And I have lots of dimensionals. So what I've done is I double stacked them. And I'm going to show you as soon as I can find my dimensionals here. Here we go. We're going to take 2. I'm going to start with 1. I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to lift it off, and I'll put the second one on. And that's what I mean by double stack them. I needed it high enough so that that clip had enough room to get on and off, okay? So also why I recommend doing that with the clip on is that then you know where to put your dimensionals, and you don't accidentally put them where your clip needs to be. Yeah, I did that. So we're going to go ahead, pull this off, all the backing, and then we can attach it to the frame. And we are almost done. Okay, so that fits perfectly. My bow will slide still if I want it to. Look at that. And then when I'm done, I just pull that off. I can either throw that away or flip it over and stamp something else on it, use it for other stamping, and then pretend that's February, and then we'll just line it up, and there you go. Okay, so Post-it notes. Let's talk about that. This is what I'm using for Post-it notes. We'll just go ahead and stick that on there. I found these are just they're 2 inches by 1.5 inches. These had different colors in them, and I just picked out the blue for that. Isn't that adorable? I love the way that turned out. So you could use, I don't know, you could use the yellow with this, or you could use the green with that. You could have a lot of fun with these. So, and all different kinds of colors that I got here as well. So what do you do? Let's say you're going to give this as a gift and you need to find something to put it in. So it won't fit. It won't fit in our storage case here. But I made a quick and easy box, so let's do that next. That's my last project. Okay, so here's the box that I was talking about. This is big enough to fit that desk calendar in. So let me show you how I did it. You're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White measuring 7 1/4 inches by 9 1/2 inches. And then we're going to score it. We're going to score it at 1 1/2 inch and 5 3/4. This was the 7 1/4 inch is up against your scoring tool. I'm using the Simply Scored. And then you'll score again at 1 1/2 as I turned it, and at 8 inches. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fold on all 4 sides. And then you want to get out your paper snips, and we're going to do a little bit of cutting. We want to cut, this is the ends, what I call the ends, right here on here. We're going to cut on these red lines. But we're going to do a little more than just cut one straight line. I'm cutting that. Then what I want to do is on this side of it, kind of on the outer edge of the cut, I want to cut again, and I'm making what I call a thin V, a skinny V if you want to call it, like that. You can see that. And I want to do that on all 4 corners. What we'll do is, you can see I've already started to put this box together, and I've got my skinny V's down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get out, I'm just using snail adhesive. Now this is our thin Whisper White. And the reason I chose this is because I thought I can cut both of them the same, and I can manipulate it a little bit so that the top box will fit over. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So first of all, when you put the adhesive on, it needs to be on the outside of your corner here. Okay, so then I'm going to push that in. I'm going to put the adhesive on this side too, as long as I'm doing this. There we go. All right. And pull it in like that. So I'm going to take the tab, get it in the screen here, and see where I'm matching it right to the edge, but actually I'm going to take it a smidge over the edge, which will make my bottom just a smidge smaller than the top. And it's okay if it goes over the edge, which it did here, and I'm just take my scissors and snip off that just tiny little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to line it up to the edge and then bring it over a smidge. Okay, and trim that off. And that you'll be surprised that little smidge is really going to help your box top fit on this. So, talking about the box top, before we assemble it, we're going to get out our 1-inch punch. Come in and I'm just centering this, just doing a half punch on each side. That looks about good. Okay. And then we'll finish assembling this one. So how we're going to do this one is same thing. Get a lot of adhesive on it. Do both sides. Okay, so this one, we're going to match it to the top, and I'm going to bring it back a smidge. So not go over it, come back. And yes, you might have a little extra. Can you see that? And you can just take your scissors and you can just trim that right off. Okay, so I'll do that real quick. So we'll do that on this one. So remember what I said, we're going to bring it to there and we're going to back it off a smidge. Now, between doing both those things, like I said, your box is going to fit together really nice. All right, and you'll do the same thing on the other end. So let's talk about how this goes together. I did this one the same way, and we're just going to slide this off. And then your little frame that you put together for your calendar, you will have to pull the calendar off, okay? Because the clip won't be able to be on, but you could stick it in here like this and slide it in. Voila! And then decorate it, and you're good to go. Isn't that cute? I just love the way that turned out. So there we go. We got lots of projects here for you. Let me line them up again. And I hope you enjoyed that. I love pampering my paper pumpkin people. So not only do you get extra ideas like this, but I'm in a group of additional demonstrators that we provide on a monthly basis a bonus PDF. And that PDF has anywhere from 10 to 13 more ideas that you can use with your paper pumpkin kit. Isn't that awesome? So it usually comes out the first week of the month following the month that you get your kit. That's because we have to wait to get our kits too, and then we put all the ideas together for you and get them out to you. So I'd love it if you'd let me be your paper pumpkin customer. I'll put some links in the video description below for you to sign up for that. And right now there's a special going on during Celebration. And during Celebration is a great time to buy what's called a prepaid subscription. So you pay for 3 months It's $55 and you save essentially almost $5, and that's the sale. But you get to choose a free celebration item, and that's our special going on right now. So I'll link to all of that stuff, and I hope you decide to subscribe for me. I would love that. Be sure to stop by my blog at DOstampingWithDawn.com and do your shopping at DOstamping.stampinup.net. Thanks.